I have this story for you that I don't even know how to explain it. Well, I do know how to explain it, but I don't. Let me just give it to you. It's a West Virginia police officer, or should I say a former West Virginia police officer, who got fired for not shooting a guy. Yeah, he got fired for not killing someone. This happened in Weirton, West Virginia, where an officer Mater was called for a domestic issue. And the woman who called said that the man she's calling on, his name is Williams. Mr. Williams had he wanted to kill himself. He kept threatening that he was going to kill himself. So when Officer Mater came out to the residence, he noticed Mr. Williams was standing there. He had a silver handgun in his hand. The gun was pointed to the ground, and he kept telling the officer, "Just shoot me, just shoot me." And Officer Mater, being a former Marine, he knew how to sort of analyze threats to know if they're really a threat. Is this really a threat? And he was looking at the man closely, and he noticed the man would not point the gun at him, but he just kept saying, "Just shoot me, just shoot me." So Officer Mater just de-escalated the situation. He told Mr. Williams, "I'm not going to shoot you, brother. You're coming with me, but I'm not going to shoot you." And this is classic. This is great. This is fantastic. This is amazing what Officer Mater did. He avoided shooting this man, who turns out his gun was empty anyway. Right? But he didn't know that at the time, so this was really a brave action. Now, I would love to make the story in there, but it doesn't, because unfortunately here in Weirton, West Virginia, they sent out a couple other cops. Yeah, those other cops arrived on the scene because I guess they are backup. And when they arrived on the scene and they saw that Mr. Williams was standing there with a gun in his hand, even though the situation was calm and under control, and Officer Mater was trying to get the man to put down the gun and come put on the handcuffs, they immediately opened fire, killing Mr. Williams. That's right, they killed him. And like I said, the gun was empty. Of course, these officers had no way of knowing that, but yeah, the gun was empty. So, this is where it gets really weird. You know how after a shooting, officers are put on administrative leave. Well, Officer Mater was put on leave too, even though he didn't actually shoot anyone. And when he went to return to work, he was told to go see the chief. When he went to see the chief told him, "Hey, we got an investigation going on. We're trying to determine if you're going to still be a police officer here. Because, see, you put our other officers in danger." And Officer Mater went on to explain, "Well, you know, I didn't sense the situation as being dangerous. The man kept saying, 'Shoot me, shoot me, shoot me.' And the call said that the man was going to kill himself. He hadn't actually threatened anyone. Not me, not his wife, not whoever, no one in the household, none of the officers." And the chief said, we'll see about that." And yes, they terminated Officer Mater for what? For some trumped up BS. They let him go. And to this point, look, they never really gave a real reason why they let him go. One attorney told him the best he could hope for was to ask to resign instead of being terminated. You understand what I'm saying? They want to terminate this man. For what? For not killing a man. You can't make this up. You can't make it up. This is real, guys. So when you look at officers and we're making judgments about them, and I do countless stories of bad cops. Occasionally I do a good story of a cop. This is not only a good story about a cop, this is a horrible story about police departments. And if you saw my show with Michael Wood, former Baltimore police officer, now truth teller, about police and the training police receive, you'll understand what I'm saying. Maybe it's not so much the apples on the tree, but the whole tree itself, to the root, that's the problem that produces the fruit that we don't like. It's a tough one. All right, guys, thank you very much for